Hello everybody, Trevor here. Do you remember my two top 5 videos on the pack? Well, there are some things I regret not mentioning in the first place, as well as a little bit of misinformation regarding one scene in Jack Owns Up. So today, I'm going to do a short video discussing my further thoughts on the pack, plus a few other things. Let's first talk about Jack Owns Up. I got correction from Percy Engine Production 061 saying that Ned wasn't really accused of running over the knockdown slate. He was just thought wrong. You see, when Jack reversed earlier, he knocked over the slate by accident. After Jack left, Ned arrived at the same scene and accidentally ran over the mess. I would like to thank Percy Engine Production 061 for correcting me on that. It really helped me a lot. I suggest you go check out his channel. Now let's move on to a character I regret not mentioning in the honorable mentions. You see, in my top 5 pack members video, the only character I didn't mention was Nelson. The reason I didn't mention him is because I couldn't think of a reason to add him in. Not to say that he's a bad character, I think he's great, but he only appeared in the spin-off and no more. That's my only problem with some of these new characters. And about his voice, well, no offense to Michael Brandon, but his upper-class English accent for Nelson isn't really that good. If I were to make my own fan-made voice cast, then I would hire someone who could do a much better English accent. For example, I could hire Maurice LaMarche and have him use his Toucan Sam voice for the character. After all, Nelson and Toucan Sam are both friendly and intelligent characters with English accents. Oh, and did you know that there was a cut character that was going to be part of the pack but never made it? Yeah, his name was Nigel, and he's basically an early version of Nelson. If Nigel were televised, then I think he should be there to help his friend Nelson, just like how Scruff is Whiff's helper and Porter is Salty's helper. And I'm sure some of you were confused with my honorable mentions bit in my top 5 pack episodes video. Well, it's supposed to be a mix of honorable and dishonorable mentions. To make this clear, I'm going to rank all 13 finished episodes from worst to best. Like this. As the title suggests, I also want to mention a few other things, particularly the specials. There are a few more things I regret not mentioning, and that includes the post-credits scene of Diesel 10 and Misty Island Rescue. This scene was also the reason why I gave Misty Island Rescue a 3 out of 10 stars because it gives us a nice tease of what's to come next, which was Day of the Diesels. Oh, and did you know that Rupert Degas was going to be the new voice for him before being replaced by Matt Wilkinson? You see, according to an old interview, the reason Rupert's replaced was because either the test audience or the higher-ups at Hit Entertainment thought it sounded a little too scary for kids. Well, what do you expect? He's supposed to sound frightening. No offense to Matt Wilkinson or Neil Crone, I just prefer Diesel 10 to sound scary with a deep voice and British accent. And last but not least, Thomas and the Magic Railroad. I know I keep talking about this a lot, but there's also one more thing I don't like about the movie. And that would be half of the Sodor characters have American accents. Don't get me wrong, some of them are decent like Kevin Frank as Henry, but they should have been US exclusive. And that also begs the question, why can't Barrelcroft have 2 sets of voice actors, one for the US and one for the UK, just like in the TV series? Once again, I have nothing against the voice actors themselves. I just think some of them would be better off if they were US exclusive, especially Neil Crone as Diesel 10. But still, I enjoy this movie anyways, and no, I'm not going to change the score, ever. And I got a comment from somewhere a long time ago saying that I didn't rank the Thomas movies from worst to best. And you know what? That's not a bad idea. Like my ranking for the pack episodes earlier, I'm going to rank all 14 specials and movies from worst to best. Here's part 1. And now here's part 2. Yeah, I decided to change the score on some of them just for the sake of this video. Well, that's all I gotta say for the day. But wait, you say! What about your further thoughts on All Engines Go? Well, I'm going to save that for another day because there's going to be a lot of explaining in that future video. And furthermore, I have yet to see Race for the Sodor Cup, and I might do a review on that as part of the next further thoughts video, but don't expect it to be positive. This is Trevor Davis, signing off.